everybody. Happy weekend to you. It is I, DIGI Driver. We are at Block Island and we're going to try a throwback cruise up to Boston in the Embraer Phenom 100. Stick around. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. We are in none other than the classic known as Lockheed Martin's Prepared. This is P3D version 5.3, and we are on the ground at Kilo Bravo India Delta. This is Block Island State Airport, just off the coast of Rhode Island, and enjoying a few views of the scenery for Orbex's KBID airport. I believe they are still selling this because I do believe they are still selling P3D scenery and tools. I know this because I did a couple of flights in P3D just recently, just the past couple months. We are going to do a flight in a business jet just to scratch the GA itch that I have, and to fly an airplane that not too many people have been flying lately, if at all. But I correct myself immediately because I do believe both I think there's a Phenom, let's say Phenom. The Phenom 100 is available in MSFS, and I do believe there is a Phenom 300 available in X-Plane, and I don't know if somebody's working on porting one to MSFS, but it's probably coming down the pipeline. All right, we are in the airplane and we are not starting cold and dark. I think this was just something that happened when I did a recent Navigraph update, and since I haven't flown the plane in a while, maybe the settings reset. So I'm taking a look at something that's normally completely off when I load into it. But right now we have the gen set to auto, I think, or on, and we have the GPU connected. We also have the battery turned on, and we have the courtesy light on, so we'll go ahead and get our plan going. Today's flight is going to be a relatively quick flight from KBID to KBOS. It should probably take no more than maybe 30-40 minutes to do. And then after we land at Boston, I'm going to decide whether or not we're actually going to fly somewhere else. I'm most likely going to. The decision I'm going to make is whether or not I'm going to stay in the sim. I'm probably going to switch to X-Plane 12, and we're going to try our hands at the Tullis A319, probably off network, flying from Boston to Quebec City. But right now we're at Block Island, so let's focus on what we're doing right now. Again, flight plan's going to be pretty simple. We're going to take off. We're going to go direct to Oscar Romeo Whiskey VOR. Then we're going to go on the Victor 16 Airway to Wounds. And then we're going to go direct to Boston's 22 left runway. I am probably going to go with an ILS approach, although given the weather, as long as it's not cloudy or mostly cloudy, overcast, or bad conditions at Boston, they're probably going to clear us for the visual approach. And if that's the case, we'll do our best to fly the visual approach. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Well, not started, really more like configured for departure. And I'll grab another screen that I can use to keep account of chat so that I don't lose comments from you all. Give me just a moment, get that screen loaded. And welcome aboard, whether you're watching live or on the replay. There we are. Okay, now I'm happy. Like I was saying, welcome aboard whether you're watching live or on the replay. I generally tend to do more scenery development these days, but I do like getting my flights in because I still like to fly simulator. I do. It's just that creating airports has become a really kind of interesting hobby for me that I've liked to pursue more. So that's where I am. Oh, pushed the wrong button. Stand by, chat. Let's quit you and actually open you up. I'm going to open up a vPilot client, and there is an update. I'm not going to worry about it. I did update my Navigraph to cycle 2211 yesterday. I'm going to find my flight plan now, and we'll see whether or not ATC gives us any kind of amendments to the flight plan. If they are, at this point, even if they give me a brand new flight plan, it's not going to be a major issue. Let me take a look at my paperwork. I'm just going to go ahead and copy straight what I have from the route ID. I'll be slant Lima today, and we're going to go from KBID to KBOS. JFK is our alternate in case things go bad, and if we leave it about 2000 Zulu, that's probably about right. It's not going to take me long, and I'm not going to do much in terms of a lot of GSX stuff. King Cobra, hello my friend, glad to have you aboard. Welcome. We're doing GA in Prepared today, so grab a seat. There's plenty of room in the back of the jet. Feel free to chill. What is my flight time for today? Block time is actually about an hour. So time en route, I'm going to leave it an hour, and I'm going to have at least an extra 30 minutes of fuel available. But if our alternate's going to be JFK, I should definitely be able to make JFK, especially if I'm fully loaded like I think I am. Should I be fully loaded is the question. How many pounds of fuel do I need? I need 2441. So essentially I'm going to be fully loaded to go back to JFK. Essentially. So let's just say I have 2 hours of fuel, which could work against me for the what am I gonna say, for the departure out of Block Island. You'll see why. Cruise speed, I'm probably not gonna go faster than 400 knots true airspeed, and I'm gonna put in my comments my dispatch notes. There aren't that many. And I'm going to put also P3D V5.3, Carnato, Phenom 100, Orbex, KBID, Scenery, Default, KBOS. I am adding the comments so that I give them a little heads up as to what my tech is for the flight. I'm going to be cruising at 17,000 feet today, which means I'm going to be getting local pressure the whole way over. And I'm going to connect now that I have my flight plan ready to go. We're not going to have a call sign. It's just going to be November 6532 Zulu. And it's going to be an Embraer Phenom 100. There we go. Let's go ahead and file my flight plan. And I will tune Boston Center since they are available. King Cobra, I hope you're having a very good day today. All right, before we get started, I'm pretty sure they're not going to give me a PDC because I'm not at KBOS, but that's fine. We'll go through the computer. We'll go through the plane. I'm not going to be using a checklist today because generally it tends to take more time for me, and I don't want to spend too much time focused on what the flight plan is going to be. I am going to grab my flight plan and throw it into Active Sky. Yes, I did say Active Sky. I'm going to throw it into the Active Sky flight plan section so that I don't have it reminding me a lot about stuff like, oh, put this in, put that in. So I'm going to do VOR to VOR, and essentially what that's doing is giving me an idea of what the weather might be that I find on the way there. So now that I have the flight plan, it's going to say, hey, thanks, here's new weather for you. Wind is 190 at 9er. So we're going to be taking off to the south. Does this place have a south runway? No, I'm pretty sure it's east-west. So let's go ahead and open up a Navigraph charts window, which I might share with you folks. Just give me a moment. We will get the flight plan loaded so that I know where I'm going, and so that you guys can see. It's literally taking me more time to get set up than it would for me to actually fly the flight, so I will go through this pretty quick. I'll share my screen as well so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so essentially, it's really straightforward. We're going to be going to Norwich, and then we're going to follow the Victor 16 airway. We are not going to be at standard altimeter altitudes, which is 18,000 feet and above. So we're going to take the Victor airway to Wounds, and then we're probably going to get vectors from Boston to figure out where we're going to go. I mean, I'm okay. I might even go VFR if I can figure out how to request clearance to chart cross the Bravo and get set up to land 22 left. But with an airport that big, if there's any kind of traffic at Boston, they're probably just going to give me vectors. Let me go ahead and pick 22 left. If I pick Noli, then I'm going to be going all the way out there. I would prefer not to. I'd prefer not to. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick the final approach, which is really, it's not that much closer. Um, okay. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be an interesting flight, but it shouldn't be a problematic one. Now, let's open up the chart for Block Island and see what's up. So, a 2,500 foot long runway. This is a challenge, right? I've had off-road takeoffs in this airport multiple times. So I'm pretty sure whatever those end lights are at the end of the runway are either going to retract or get shoved aside by my airplane as I take off. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a flaps 2 or flaps 3 departure, but I am going to go as close as I can to the end of the runway, and then essentially I'm going to be giving it the full send to get in the air. We are at about 108 feet. Why am I looking this for? Not much. I mean, we're going to be on Alpha to 10. What were the winds again? It was like 1.9 or something. Yeah, yeah. That's not bad. That's not bad. We're gonna have winds coming from the south. So we're gonna have a crosswind on departure, but it shouldn't be too bad because I thought it was 9 knots. Das ist weirdo. Yes, yes. This is weird. This is P3D in an MSFS world. Hey, thanks for the 40 bits, my friend. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Find a seat. We're going to have some fun right now. Let's turn the browser window off and get back in the airplane. So, we already have the gens to auto. There's a GPU that's powering the aircraft, and we have the batteries on. Otherwise, we'd be discharging the battery. Let's take a look at some of the things really quick. Oh, you're talking for yourself. Hey, like normal is broke. Be weird. So supply control is PAX Auto already, and now we have oxygen restored. We have the courtesy light on, and that's all I need to know right now. These are here for show, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that my circuit breakers are in good shape. I wouldn't be able to push any of them back in and replace them anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that they've been serviced. In terms of fuel pumps, let's go ahead and do the deal right now. Can I turn the fuel pumps on individually? No. Oh, wait, hold on. There's the strobe lights. There we go. So, pumps 1 and pumps 2 are auto. We're going to turn the fasten seatbelt signs all the way on now. And I'm not sure why my sound isn't working, but that's okay. December will be a year since you used them. That's pretty cool. Stand by, folks. I'm having a problem with sound in the sim, and it could either be because of just the condition of my sim right now, or because there's something that I haven't quite set for the sim. So I'm going to double check my sounds. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on. No action. Mm, Windows Manager, switches and knobs, IESI. Okay, that's the standby. And I don't care about instrument reflections or windows. I like things kind of really basic. And yeah, for some reason, the clicky clicky of the buttons in the cabin doesn't want to really make a lot of noise. So I'm going to get up, move around a little bit, sit back down, and we're going to do a really quick flight. Also, one of my cats wanted to leave the room, so I did that. We'll arm the ELT. Oh, did I hear a click? No, no, that was just me. Pusher cannot be in the cutout state, and fuel transfer is pushed out. Hydraulic pumps will set to auto, and we will turn the window heats on now. AOA will set to auto. I don't think we're going to have to worry about ice protection for this flight because we're really not flying up that high to begin with, and it should be seasonable temperatures. So we're not going to deal with anti-ice for this flight. We're not going to climb that high anyway. So, um, let's see. This could be a potential issue, but I'm not worried about it. If I can't start the plane, I'll know why. Bottle's not armed. I'm sorry, it's not discharging. And the engines are not in the stop position. We'll get the ignition switches to auto, and we're going to set the bleed to both for the air pressure. Pentagon, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. We're going to do a flight in the Phenom 100 on VATSIM even. Air conditioning, I'm not going to worry about. And the cabin pressure is auto. It'll stay auto. And that's it for now. Let's take a look at these screens and get to cracking. Okay, I like using 2D screens because once upon a time that was what I used to do to save frames in the FSX sim that I had. We're going to go ahead and start building our flight plan for today's flight, and shouldn't take us too long. I'm going to also, I think, grab this screen so that I can type my things out much faster. So FMS is here, and we're going to go KBID, and our arrival will be KBOS. KBOS. And that's Boston Logan. And there we are. Now, I think I just start dropping in waypoints and they just kind of overwrite the position where my cursor is at. So we'll start doing that right now. First thing we're going to do is go to Norwich, which is Oscar Romeo Whiskey in Northeast USA. And like I said, there we go. That's the default behavior. Pretty sure we're not going to be at 28,000 feet. We'll be at 17,000. Excuse me. That's better. 17,000. And I'm not sure what they're going to have for us for altitude, so we'll see what happens. These are suggestions, really. I'm not worried about it. Can I plug in a vector? A Victor Airway? We'll find out. Victor 1-6. No, no, I can't. So, no, 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 no. Getting the feel of plugging in the waypoints again. It's a little interesting. We're going to plug in the waypoints manually. There aren't that many of them. And if we're talking about flying the airway, I'm probably just going to put in the last waypoint, which is woons, WOONS. If we have issues, we will rectify them on the fly, or I'll just go ahead and fly it by hand. Once we get to wounds, we're probably going to be vectored to the approach for 22 left. So at this point, what we're going to do is probably press the procedure button for Boston, and we're going to select an approach. We'll see if we can pull this off, chat. So for Boston, we're going to do ILS for 2-2 left. And that should be it. We can take the Noli transition, or we can just go final. I don't know if it lets me. Oh, there is no other transition to take. I see. There we go. And we've loaded it. So here's our flight plan. We're going to go to... Why are we going to Wayne a second time? That's a little weird. Yeah, let's get rid of you. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, let's plug in Noli here. I should have probably put in the approach first. All I should have to do is plug in the waypoint. And we're going to use 4,000 feet as our altitude. And then we're going to get rid of the other waypoint, which removes that really awkward kink in the flight plan. Okay, that's strange. It doesn't want to go away. That's okay. All right, all right. That's a little bit better at least. Yeah, we go straight to Norwich, then to Wounds, and then this is where we put in Noli. Did I get rid of 2 waypoints? We'll find out. I'm fairly confident they're going to be giving me vectors, so I am not worried. But let's try to keep things legible. There is the flight plan, literally. Two-faced disc. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Folks, as per usual, I have forgotten my manners. I have some wonderful friends in chat that also do streaming and content creation. One of them, as you may or may not know, is my friend Pavlin_S. I call him Pavlin. Pavlin has produced content on YouTube, or is, I think, on a temporary hiatus while they are sorting their technology, and then they probably will be creating content shortly. Two-Faced Disc is also producing content of varying kinds: flight sim, DCS, other games as well. I apologize for the ad, my friend. I wish there was a way for me to get rid of them. Twitch is certainly not a source of income for me at all, so I'm not worried about it at all. Literally, period. I wish there was a way to literally prevent that from being a problem. I also don't know why I'm getting this kind of malfunction in my computer. I hope it's not a failure, but here we go. Waiting for the part to come. That's right. You did tell me that. I apologize, Pavlin. But, folks, welcome aboard. Glad to have you aboard. Grab a seat. We're about to be departing shortly. Let me go ahead and grab the ILS for the approach for 22 left, and then we're going to plug that in and we're going to get going. 110.3 at 215 is going to be my nav 1, and that should be easily doable. Excuse me, that's not what I wanted to do. It's 110.3 at 215. 110.3 at 215. And we're going to move you over here, and we're going to... Where's my core setting? Where's my core setting? I thought the core setting was on this. Range? No, it's up here. Whew. Wow. Do I? Yes. It's 215. 215. On Two-Faced Disc. Seriously, honestly, I wish I could turn ads off. This is not how I make money. I have a day job. I wish you guys had 0 ads. I wish supporting me to get rid of them was purely an option. Like, literally, if all you do is say hi to me and engage in friendly, encouraging conversation. I could care if you ever sub to my channel. I could care if you cheer one bit. Like, I want you to enjoy the experience. I wish it was a better experience, period. But there we are. I forgot how to switch navs, so I'm just gonna do it here. There we go. We're gonna adjust this the same way. We're gonna go for 110 decimal tree. Tree. Oh, thanks for the 20 bits. Thank you, my friend. Um, never, ever expected, always appreciated. Thank you. If, if all you do is cheer a bit, thank you for your support, sincerely. So I am putting this ILS approach in the other nav just in case for some weird reason we need to use it. Better to have it ready than and never use it than need it and not have it ready. So 215 is the core setting, and the altitude where we land, or I'm sorry, the altitude for the glide slope is 1700 feet. And it is shown for Vocus. Vocus. And that's it. There's the flight plan. I am on the network. Flight plan's been filed. Did I change the flight plan at all? No, I shouldn't have. Okay, great. So that's it. We have the flight plan punched into the computer. Performance, we're going to give it the beans. That's it. Let me be annoying. I better bring my A game because if you start cheering bits when I'm on final, that has the potential to throw my concentration. Ooh, a challenge. But let's see. I'm going to set myself up for 17,000 feet for the start. And when I'm ready to taxi, or rather, since they're on center, when I'm holding short at the runway, I will reach out to center and radio in requesting IFR clearance to Boston. But there it is. Now, I'm setting my speed to 250 knots for my departure. Here's the thing. This airplane does not have an auto throttle. This airplane is also has no thrust reversers, and this airplane has no speed brakes. So why am I setting an airspeed requirement? Probably because of two things. This airplane has VNAV and this airplane has flight level change. Since we have a flight plan with altitudes, yeah, with altitudes, why do I want 3,000 feet at wounds? I don't know. Since we have an airplane with altitudes set for my waypoints, if I do VNAV, it will take care of the climb for me. Now, on the other hand, if I fly on the network, the the ATC is probably going to tell me what I need to do in terms of altitudes and flight and things like that. Noli is a considerable distance away, so to go from 17,000 to 4,000 feet is not going to be a problem. They're going to vector me as well. So these are kind of like essentially suggestions. I'm probably going to get my initial climb from ATC. Um, Two-faced? I think I'm going to say no to that. Chat, if you don't know what's going on, um, my friend Two-Faced Disc likes to fly his streams and doesn't have all his volumes up at max for his alerts. But, but every once in a while, you get really in the zone doing something. A really loud alert could probably throw your concentration along with your sense of just awareness crazy. Another 20 bits. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate that. Okay, so my flight plan is set. My I've been alerted to Two-Faced's mischievousness, and we should be ready to go now. So, again, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of fanfare with regards to GSX. GSX would bring a car out to the plane, a van really, and do things like bring another van for catering. But we're going to go ahead and assume that we're set to go here, and I will do a few things. My nav is already set. And what I can probably do at this point is bring my flight stick back up, and we already have the seatbelt signs set. We're going to, I believe, get this plane ready to go right now. This is not the Citation 2. This is actually the Coronado Embraer Phenom 100. This plane was the very first plane I learned how to fly as a payware aircraft on VATSIM. It's a beautiful plane. It's just this like dark, like a kind of uh, dark sandstone type brown with a stripe, and it's one of my favorite liveries for this aircraft. Yes, it is a Phenom. It's one of my favorite GA jets that I can fly this side of the Learjet. And nobody ported the Learjet to prepared. There is a Learjet 35 that is available through Fly Somewhere, which I might buy at some point if I'm still doing P3D, which I most likely will be. But for now, this is a pretty good second. Okay, so let me think. If I was going through checklists, I've been going through a whole bunch of checklists right now, but let's just go ahead and check and see what we have. Gens are ready to go. We have the GPU in use right now, which I will leave plugged in until after we turn the engines on. Although theoretically, I can probably start it up right now. We do have PAX Auto set for supply, and we've restored pressure. This is a cutout. This is pressure. Again, that's seen twice. I'm going to turn off the courtesy lights since we are going to get ready to go. Circuit breakers, I'm assuming, are in good shape, and we have a window heats turned on. We will not be using anti-ice. Ignition is ready to go. And we should be able to turn the plane on if we go ahead and get started. Everybody's clear of the plane. Oh yeah, Pavlin, I like flying airliners so much, but every once in a while, I do hanker for a good twin-engine jet. There is also the Vision jet for X-Plane, which is a single-engine plane that actually has a turbine on top, but I like planes like this. So, since we're clear, let's go ahead and remove the GPU. And let me just charge the batteries for a little bit. I'm going to open the window real quick in my room and come right back. All right, folks, I have returned. Returned. Ooh, TBNR Batman. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Our batteries are discharging. We have 23.3 volts across both batteries, so let's get the airplane started. Yeah, no clear prop here, just clear turbines. Let's go ahead and remove the... Can I remove the... No, that's just a part of the GSX thing. All right, we'll start engine... Can I start engine 2 by hand? Let's see. Did it actually respond? It did. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, we do have 2,800 pounds of fuel ready to go. Interesting. Okay, so the engine startup is in process, but we haven't gotten past 11.4%. Oh, I know why. Did I not hit the start button? 11.6. No, that's taking too long. Let's see. I think I'm forgetting to do something. These lights shouldn't be on usually. So, if there's a reason why that I'm missing, there we go. I guess in this version of the sim, they're turned off as a safeguard. There we go. Mystery solved. Okay, good start on engine 2. Let's do a start on engine 1. Here we go. That plume of smoke means we have a good start on engine 1. And just like that, we're back up to 24 volts across both batteries. One thing I could do really quick is just a quick electric check to make sure we're good. I think we're okay. That value's not dropping. And we can turn electric emergency check off. Gens are auto, batteries are on. We have the plane pressurized. We have a good start. Fuel per hour is the same on both sides. And that's everything that we need, I think. A quick post check. Let's go ahead and get our taxi light on. And I have a flip switch, which is why you don't see the animation happen there. I kind of wish it did, but I'm not worried about it. We're ready to go. First plane in P3D was a base package of the 747-400. Then you took the 8 expansion package, you took the 787 for quality wings, the triple with the 300 ER expansion package, the Carnado Bonanza, the 200 ER expansion package of the PMDG, the Alabeo DA-42, I have that plane, it's a nice plane, then the Vertex Diamond DA-62, and the last plane is going to be the military L-39. Yeah, I have the 717 for TFDI as well. Nice, and you have the NGXU. That's a pretty good stable of aircraft. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, so let me do a quick flight control check. Full left and right, full forward and back. And I'm not sure how well I'll be able to see the rudder pedals, but I can try shining a light on them. Full left and full right. They have activated and they're good. Also, let's do flaps 1, 2. Do I want to try 3? I can try 3. This is a super small runway. And we'll do a quick test. Yeah, something's up with the sim. It's not playing some of the sounds that exist for this aircraft, so I don't know if I want to reinstall it or not. I don't necessarily care about some of the alerts too much, so I should be okay. Keep an eye on the plane as you fly it, and we should be fine. The Aerosoft A330. Believe it or not, I was thinking about buying some P3D aircraft not that long ago. I don't have a Airbus in the sim, and I don't want to pay like 130, 120 bucks for the FS Labs A3 anything. For reasons as well. So again, I think paying like between 40 to 80 bucks for a relatively decent Airbus that I'm okay isn't, a rivet for rivet replication of the real deal. I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm going to hit the B button because I'm completely lazy like that, and current pressure is 3027. They'll tell me what the pressure is on the way. One thing I realized I have not done is set my transponder code. They're going to give me a code to use, but I'm going to go ahead and pick 2257 for now, and I'm going to set my transponder to on, and that's it. We should be ready to go. I should be squawking mode Charlie. It doesn't show me that I am, but I'm going to go ahead and hit the mode Charlie button right there. Okay, that should be everything I need to do. I just checked the flight controls. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. And also, while I'm doing that, what is the frequency for Boston Center? Boston Center is 134.7. Let's go ahead and tune it real quick. It's up here. What was it? 134.7. 134.7. There we go, folks. Let's switch over.
118.5. 1788 Tango, contact Hampton Tower, 118.5.
All right, folks, here we go. We're going to taxi down to the end of runway 10, call the Boston Center once we're ready to go. That way they'll clear us. Or I can just call them when I'm here so they know what I'm doing. I really don't think they're going to care in the sense that there isn't anybody else here. But at the same time, I am now taxiing on a public taxiway, so let's go ahead and just make sure they know where we're coming. And that's about good enough.
Ooh, 697, you got any chance for a shortcut?
Let me do it.
Okay, thank you.
Boston Center, good afternoon. Embraer November 6532 Zulu is type Phenom 100. We are taxiing to runway 10 for IFR clearance to Boston.
6532 to the Boston Center, hello. Bluff Islands are going to be covered by... No, let me check for that.
Parking brake set for now. Waiting for ATC. I'm pretty sure I'm by myself here. It is a nice cloudy day for flying. I'll tell you that right now.
Hello, 6532 Zulu, close available noise, ready to copy.
Actually, Phenom 32 Zulu is actually holding short runway 10 ready to go.
Okay, I just need to do a small rewish somewhere.
While I'm waiting, let's put the landing lights on, turn the taxi lights off, turn the strobe light on, turn the pitot heat on, although I don't think this plane has pitot heat per se. Pretty sure it doesn't.
Okay, number 6532 Zulu, advise, ready to... sorry, are you ready to copy now?
We are ready to depart for Phenom 32 Zulu.
Okay, November 6532 Zulu, you clear to the Boston Airport via flight direct, direct departure direct Roebuck, join the Roebuck 3 arrival into Boston. Maintain 10,000, expect 17,010 meters after departure. Contact me this frequency airborne for 4755.
Please repeat the squawk code for 32 Zulu.
4755.
Understood. Phenom 32 Zulu is cleared to Boston via Vector's Roebuck and then Roebuck 3 arrival. We'll climb to 10,000, expect 17,000, 10 minutes after departure. We'll stay with you this frequency after departure, after takeoff, and we are squawking 4755.
Okay, to verify it's after departure, flight direct Roebuck.
After takeoff, flying direct Roebuck into the Roebuck 3 arrival.
So we take that to the reback, red hold, release for departure, time now is 202 miles daily. Clearance within 10 minutes, sorry, 5 minutes, advise me of your intention, if no airborne, no later than 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, in case you rise in frequency, please.
Okay, 3G Zulu is cleared for departure in the next 5 to 10 minutes. We will contact you once we're in the air for Phenom 3G Zulu. First time that I have been cleared for release by ATC, and like I said, we have changes to our flight plan. So what I'm probably going to do is grenade the flight plan that we have right now, and maybe redo it. If we're going to do Roebuck 3 into Boston, I'm probably going to go back on
731
simbrief.com
November, Echo D, Laconia, altimeter 3013.
and refile my flight plan.
3013, 1 November Echo.
So, let's see.
Airway
Roebuck,
7,
Roebuck
expect ILS
3.
runway 22 left approach, descend and... Okay, yeah, descend and maintain 5,000. Expecting ILS 22 approach, and maintain 5,000. Very good.
Oh, there we go. So we're going straight north into the Roebuck 3, and that's going to take us to Boston. Dry summer, we're going to Boston. ATC told us to change our flight plan, so that's exactly what we're going to do. I am saving my changes. I'm going to upload it into SimBrief, generate the flight plan, punch that into my charts, log back in, load my charts while we're in the air, because essentially this has changed my flight. We have to punch it in again. So Roebuck 3, analyze the flight plan. We should be good. Save it, generate it. Now it's generating. Boston. We're going to Boston. Okay, and we're going to use this now, and now my flight plan is right in front of me, and I'm also going to go into here, into my flights thing in my browser, go back to SimBrief, take the new flight plan, and that's exactly what we're doing. And we're going to fly direct to Roebuck, so I'm probably going to put Roebuck in the chart, and now we know where we stand. We're going to be, I think, at 10,000 to start. So we're going to change our initial altitude.
Request direct
And we are literally, and I mean literally, going
nice
north.
flight present heading and set a maintain 3,000. I've exit
And I'm going to change my flight
present
plan,
heading
and I'm going to add it to the top. So essentially, we're going to add Roebuck really fast, if we can.
Austin Center, good afternoon. American 4291 with you following company traffic on November.
American 4291 Boston. Hello.
Okay, so like I said, this is what we're doing. We're gonna change things in flight because I don't want to miss my clearance window. And we'll figure things out
2129, reduce
on
speed
the
to
way.
200. Reduce speed to 200.
All right, there's nobody coming. There's nobody going. We're set.
Austin Center, good evening. United 1847.
All right, folks, we're departing, and we're just going to give it the gas.
United
the beans, as they say.
Boston Center, hello. 4712.
4712, 47.
Airway 710 right, heading to 900. 3990.
All right, we are flaps 3, and we're about to partay.
So, 217 is for, 22 ramp, also.
Stand by, folks, and get the wheels dirty.
Boston departure, hello, on to right, stay for takeoff. 2 to right, check out Delta,
All right. Brakes down. Full
That is
throttle.
734, leaving my base, watch for flying, but that's 678, different change, please, have a good.
Over to Unicom. Thanks, United 734.
Full throttle achieved. Here we go. Takeoff. Fully committed. We're using the entire runway. It's just how it's going to work.
11 455 records of Manchester altimeter 3015.
A little bit of wind, 70 knots. Here we go. This is always how it works, folks. Woohoo! And we're airborne.
Airway 7 to left heading 250. You're on the localizer.
All right, positive rate, gear up.
Breaking 2129 to center main, yeah, center maintain 4000.
Laps 2.
Don't to 4 total. Do you want us to maintain this current heading American 2129?
Laps
Yeah,
1.
let's see. American 2129 to center
Laps
right by 10 degrees, vector to final.
Right 10 degrees vector to final, American 2129.
Flight director, yaw damper, autopilot.
American 4291, runway 22 right, line up and wait.
Runway 22 right, line up and wait, American 4291.
Actually, American 4291, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Oh, hold on.
Clear for takeoff, 22 right, American 4291.
Airway 7 is 2 miles from Wayne, maintain 3000 till assumption on the localizer, cleared out left runway 22 left approach, and maintain speed 170 or greater until Vocus.
Maintaining 2000 and we'll maintain 170 or greater until Vocus, Airway 7.
Thank you.
Boston Center, Phenom 32 Zulu 3000 for 10,000.
6532 Zulu, ident and just make sure you got the squawk set.
And now establishing a riser, Airway 7.
4755.
Thank you. American
Check
2129
that.
to left heading
Squawk.
2, pressure 300, the center maintain 3000.
Slow it down. Slow it down.
Left to 300 down to 3000, American 2129.
And American 2129, reduce speed of 190.
Speed 190, American 2129.
4755 and ident. Here we go.
217 up to 4000.
Altitude 17, radar contact, climb and maintain 14,000. I'm sorry, climb and maintain audible 310.
2310, that's 217.
Airway 7, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Boston Sound, this is Quarter 225 at 14,000 feet, 29 miles south, no road.
Airway
7.
7, runway 22 left, clear to land.
You're to land to left, Airway 7.
The last time we're calling, I believe, quarter 325, you have a very, very loud static something in the background, and it's really loud and it's making me unable to hear you.
Yeah, all right, we're
American
going to
3,
the bends.
correction 2129, to left heading 250, to center maintain 2000, you're on the localizer.
Left to 250 down to 2000, American 2129.
And join the localizer.
To join the localizer, American 2129.
Boston Center, West Shore 720 November, coming up on 22 right. We are ready to go.
Right to 720 Boston Center, hello, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff.
22 right, clear for takeoff, West Shore 720.
American 4291, say altitude leaving.
We're leaving 1,700.
American 4291, thank you. Radar contact, climb maintain audible 340.
We'll climb maintain flight level 340, American 4291.
American 2129 is 1 mile from Wayne, maintain 3000 till established on the localizer, cleared out left from 22 left approach.
American 2129, you tell us to descend and maintain 2000 till established.
I'm sorry, maintain 2000 till established and cleared out left from 22 to left approach.
Maintain 2000 till established, clear ILS to left, American 2129.
And then November 6532 Zulu, it's going to be radar contact 18 miles south of Roebuck. Do you want to climb or do you just want to stay at 10,000?
I can stay at 10,000, no problem for 32 Zulu.
November 6532 Zulu, sounds good. In that case, you are cleared direct. Cradle.
Direct cradle, Phenom 32 Zulu. We are booking it, and we're changing waypoints on the
Making
fly.
2670. Fly, present, heading, descend and maintain 3000.
Here we go, direct cradle.
American 2670, flight present heading, descent 3000.
Bam. All right, keep the throttle on
Boston
respectable
Center,
speed.
WestJet 720, 1500, climbing 5000.
Frontier 720, thanks, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Climb and maintain flight level 340, WestJet 720.
American 2129, number 1, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 22 left, American 2129. Wind check.
Webb, Ethan, and
The Boston wind 20010.
Ethan and Patrick.
Now at 1847, descend via the J front 2, arrival runway 2 to left, Boston altimeter 3019.
Got the altimeter descend by the J Fund 2 arrival and 2 Boston 22 left, American Correction United 1847.
Boston Center, camera 132,
Camera 132, say again? Camera 132, your voice is interrupted by either your plane's engines or a Discord ping. So if you could turn that down or just type a message in text because I can't hear you.
Camera 132, what a
Area 7, holding kilo. Camera 132, climb maintain flight level 350, you can step out the cockpit if that's what you're asking.
Alright, 350.
Way 7, welcome to Boston. Cross runway 22 right at kilo. Kind of ground point matter. Have a good evening.
Cross 22 right and at kilo contacting ground, Airway 007. Thank you and good evening.
Good evening. American 2670, turn left heading 300, descend and maintain 2000. Actually, disregard. Turn left heading 250, descend and maintain 2000. Join the local
Hold on. Let's do this.
American 2670, turn left heading 250, descend and maintain 2000.
Let's
Join
turn
the
060
localizer.
right now. And now we can fix the flight plan. That's better. We're getting rid of a bunch of waypoints, fam. Alright, we passed Roebuck already. Now we're gonna plug in these waypoints. I think I need to go from back to the front. So tail, Patrick. Tail.
Open mic.
For me?
Patrick.
And now it's not open. Hey, nice one.
That's probably me. Sorry.
Ah, there we go. This is how we fix stuff. Patrick, Ethan.
Boston Center, this is Squirtle 325 at flight level 200, about north of south.
2325 Boston Center, squawk 4745.
Ethan, and now
Squawk
Clip.
4745, quarter 25.
And from Kleb,
Boston Center, November 47480 at Bedford Hanson Airport at the west ramp. Plus taxi to active runway passing work.
47348 Boston Center. Say again your intention?
Request taxi to the active runway service for pattern work.
Alright, November 47348, what runway would you like for the pattern break?
Runway 23 would be fine. That's alright, 228.
alright, great. I think we're actually okay now. Whew.
Boston Center, southwest 1776, crossing 15 left at November, taxi to runway TNC right, the hold short for a couple minutes. Okay.
November 47348, I'll get back to you. Break southwest 1776 Boston Center, runway 2 to the right, line up away, traffic across the downfield.
Roger, can I hold short for a couple minutes?
Can you take November 2 and November 1 to the right there? Southwest 1733. Can you just take a right there on one of the, on November 1 and November 2? Alright, I guess not. November 378 Lima, you up?
37 Lima.
Are you able to take November, intersection November 1, so to right at November 1?
November 1 is fine for me, 37 Lima.
Breaking 2129, cross runway 22 right at Echo, ground point 9, get in?
22 right at Echo, American 2129.
November 378 Lima, runway 22 right at November 1, line up and wait, traffic crosses downfield.
Right, line up and wait, November 1, 37 Lima, 22 right.
November 47348, runway 23, taxi via Sierra. Let's see, let's put the way. Okay, Sierra, Echo, Golf, cross runway 29.
Sierra, Echo, Golf, runway 29, before.
Boston Center, Air Canada 615, leaving your airspace.
You are indeed Air Canada 615. Montreal's will flying right outside of 78 frequency change approved. Good day.
Over Unicom, good day, Air Canada 615.
Skipper 697, same for you. New York's closed right outside of 78 frequency change approved. Good day.
Over to Unicom 697, thanks a lot for your service, take care.
Take care, November 65322, let descend via the roadblock 3 arrival, runway 22 left Boston, altimeter 3019er.
3019er for the Boston altimeter, we'll descend via the roadblock 3, Phenom 32 salute.
November 378 Lima, runway 22 right at November 1, clear to takeoff.
Okay,
Clear
so
for
now we're
takeoff,
10,000.
22 right, 37 Lima, thank you.
American 2630, runway 22 left, clear land.
American 2670, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Southwest 17,
Water 325 is radar contact 44 miles north of the Albany VOR. Maintain flammable rule. I'm sorry, would you like to maintain 200 or would you like to climb up to 300?
No, descend.
Quarter 225, I could climb up to 200 if you like.
It's up to you. Just bear in mind, at Lolly, you need to be at 200. So just let me know what you want to do.
Then let's stay at 200, quarter 225.
That's good.
Southwest 1776, ready to go.
It's a busy day
Thank you,
at
Southwest
Boston.
1736. Runway 22 right, full length, line up and wait.
Full length, line up away, Southwest 1776.
Also, lots of clouds. Lots of clouds. Did I say a lot of clouds? I meant a lot of clouds. 2D bright clouds for the win, folks. And we're about to hit 8,000 feet, which is great. I don't want to go too slow. I think I want to stay around 230 to 250 knots.
Boston Low, Redwood 352, final 370, direct pond.
Redwood 352, Boston Center, hello, score 4746.
4746, Redwood 352.
Boston Center, Romeo India Lima at 17,000 feet.
Romeo India Lima, Boston Center, hello, score 4727.
4727, Romeo India Lima.
Over 378 Lima, radar contact, say altitude leaving.
500 for 6,000, and we'd like to back to the runway because I have a left engine failure.
Uh-oh.
Okay, November 378 Lima, that's copied. In that case, turn right, if you can, actually, right or left, your choice, heading 035.
035, 37 Lima, thank you.
Southwest 1726, it'll be a bit of a delay due to returning aircraft here.
Alright, Roger, fully position.
American 2670, welcome to Boston. Join Echo, cross runway 22 right at Echo, on a ground point 9, good day.
Going to ground 121.9 now. Thank you, bye-bye.
Romeo Echo India Lima, radar contact 27 miles west of the Groton Airport. I am, okay, what approach, sorry, advise weather or notice for Groton, actually, sorry, what runway would you like to land at Groton?
If possible, runway 23, Romeo India Lima.
Sounds good, and I'm assuming you like the honor of GPS 123 or do you want the visual instead?
I take the VOR approach if possible.
Boston Center, November 4748 is ready to go at runway 23.
Romeo Echo India Lima Roger. So you're going to be a bit too high, but let's do this. Actually, I don't have time. Bye-bye. Okay, Romeo Echo India Lima, clearing Babbitt, Bravo Alpha Bravo Echo Tango, join the hold up Babbitt as published on the VOR runway 23 approach procedure. Meanwhile, you can descend and maintain 7,000. I have right now the Providence altimeter 3024, and you can expect the VOR runway 23
I don't think I felt this busy at Boston since I flew from like Washington to Boston when I had FSX. I apologize if I missed chat messages.
Apologies, I'm going to have to say that again for Romeo Echo India Lima.
Romeo Echo India Lima, direct Babbitt, Bravo Alpha Bravo Echo Tango. Join the hold at Babbitt as published on the VOR runway 23 approach procedure. And expect further clearance at time 2100. You can descend and maintain 6,000 in the meanwhile. The Providence altimeter 3024.
Once we cross Klep, we'll go down to 5,000
Hold as published on the VOR 23 approach at Babbitt. First clearance time at 2100 and descend 6,000 feet, Romeo Echo India Lima.
378 Lima, turn right, heading right or left to your discretion. It's just going to be a bit of an orbit just to get you back on course. Heading 070.
070, my discretion, 37 Lima, thank you.
Boston Center, November 454 Echo, requesting the RNAV Z, runway 19 approach for Rutland.
Alright, down to 5,000, here we go.
Boston Center, Warrior 731 November Echo, runway is in sight, request terminate, flight following.
November 454 Echo Roger, I'm assuming you'd like to commence the approach at Gitki?
Yeah, at Gitki, that would be great, November 454 Echo.
November 454 Echo, clear direct to Gitki, cross Gitki at above 5,700, clear the RNAV GPS Zulu runway 19 approach.
Okay, cleared to Gitki, cross at 5,700, clear the RNAV Z runway 19 approach. I'll let you know I'm descending 54 Echo.
November 731 November Echo Roger, you can squawk VFR, you're staying with me for the arrival into Lebanon. What runway would you like?
Setting up for runway 25, and I'll stay with you for the arrival.
731 November Echo, proceed straight on runway, actually would you like to proceed straight on runway 25 or do you want to do something else to loosen altitude?
I need to lower my altitude a little bit. Yeah, I'll do a circle or something. I hadn't really planned it, sorry.
No worries. I know 731 November Echo, you can proceed at your discretion, join straight on runway 23, report final.
Okay, proceeded on discretion, report straight in, runway 23.
Number 378 Lima, so I'm seeing out some difficulties, but okay, runway 22 left, clear to land at your discretion.
22 left, clear to land, 37 Lima.
Southwest 1736, sorry for the delay, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
22 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 1776, thank you.
And apologies, sorry, November 47348, thanks for your patience, runway 23 clear for takeoff, right hand traffic pattern approved.
Runway 23, clear for takeoff, left hand traffic, this Warrior.
Boston Center, good afternoon, Walker 741, about 10 miles to southwest of JFK, flight level 270.
Walker 741, Boston Center, hello, squawk 4740.
4740, Walker 741.
Redwood 352, currently radar contact to 27 miles west of Albany, descent via the J-front to arrival runway 22 left, Boston, altimeter 3019.
3019, descend via the J-front, 22 left, transition, Redwood 352.
American, I'm sorry, United 1847, expect the ILS runway 22 left approach.
Looks like the ILS 22 left approach, 1847.
Boston Center, good evening. Aero 281 November Delta on the ground at Lebanon. Request taxi, have the weather.
November 281 November Delta Boston, hello. I'm sorry, what was your request?
Request taxi instructions runway 25.
What are your intentions?
Going to be VFR departure to the southeast.
November 281 November Delta Roger, I'm unable, flight following at the time to work with runway 25, taxi via Bravo, cross runway 18.
25 via Bravo, cross runway 18, Aero 281 November Delta.
Southwest 1776, radar contact, the altitude leaving.
Southwest 1776, passing 4,000, 5,000.
1776, radar contact, final rating, flight level 220.
Confirm flight level 220.
220.
Boston Center, Warrior 731 November Echo is 3 miles straight in for runway 25.
731 November Echo, runway 25, clear to land.
Runway 25, clear to land, 1 November Echo.
Walker 741 radar contact, position as reported, descend via the Robux Ray Alpha, runway 25, altimeter 3019.
ATC is bringing it today. Wow.
Approach November 37 miles, landing 27, and we have to disconnect you.
No worries.
Alright, keep an eye on the skies. Nobody around me, so I think we're okay.
Boston Center 54 Echo, beginning your descent.
Thank you.
Okay, so Patrick will need to be at 220 knots, and we'll see whether or not they give me vectors for the approach. I have a feeling it will
Remy
be
Echo
visual.
India Lima, the center maintain 2000. When you're ready, you can, I'm sorry, you'll play the VOR runway 23 approach from Babbitt.
Descend to 2000 feet, and when ready, clear for the VOR 23 approach, Romeo Echo India Lima.
So we're about halfway there. We're getting some extra boost from the winds, and it is a bit bumpy.
November
So
4734 at runway 23,
we can.
Hanscom cleared for the option.
Runway 20, clear for the option. We'll be pushing out before it.
Oof, really bumpy. What's going on with the winds? Sure.
6532 Zulu, fly present heading, the center maintain 3000.
Present heading and 3000. Phenom 32 Zulu. Present heading is 325. We'll cue that up.
Center Westjet 720, smooth climb to 34. I'd like to step away for a couple minutes.
Westjet 720 approved, let me know when you're back.
720.
All right.
November 281 November Delta, runway 25, line up and wait.
Negative, need to do my engine run up first. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
No worries, when you're ready, you can go ahead and line up runway 25. Just let me know when you're ready to go.
Roger, I'll let you know when I'm ready. 281 November Delta.
It's at 1847, the center maintains 4000.
4000, 1847.
Alright, present heading. Heading mode is armed. It's on. Alright, I did see an Airbus. We're continuing. We're going down to 3000.
This is one of them, Michael. Welcome to Lebanon Bravo, cross runway 18 to the ramp.
Bravo 18 to the ramp, 1 November Echo.
Thank you.
Frame rate suffering. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Boston Center, American 4291.
Go ahead.
Let's expedite that descent, shall we?
Boston Center, American 4291.
American 4291, Boston Center.
Just letting you know, normally we get the clearance to descend to Burlington here at this particular point, just making sure we're still on track.
Yeah, sorry, you're right. American 4291, cross Abbott, Adam 1811,000, Burlington, altimeter 3002.
Now across F-dot at maintain flight level, or actually 11,000, and please repeat the QNH or the altimeter in Burlington for American 4291.
See Burlington, altimeter 3002.
Altimeter 3002, American 4291, thanks.
November 6532 Zulu, time left heading 250, join the localizer.
Left 250, join the localizer, Emperor 32 Zulu. Left to 250. Right, turning, making noise. Alright. And bam! Here we go. At this point, you mean nothing. We are way outside the localizer. So let me go ahead and use this for the approach. Yeah, we're way out. And I mean way out. Okay, now I see it.
Okay, 741, direct robot.
Direct robot function.
230. We're going to overfly just a little bit. And the heading's going to be 215. Also, I haven't switched yet. There we go. Now I can do nav and approach.
Southwest 1776, I need to step away for a few minutes. Go with that.
1776 approved, let me know when you're back. From Echo India Lima, runway 23, growth on clear to land.
Clear runway 23, runway India Lima.
SA 532 Zulu is 4 miles from Vocus, clear out left runway 23 approach, sorry, 22 left approach.
Clear 22 left approach, Embraer 32 Zulu. I see the runways!
Southwest 1776, you can step away for a few minutes.
That's approved, let me know when you're back.
Alright, copy that.
This has to be one
And
of
Boston
the-
Center, good afternoon, just base 566, inbound course, flight level 390.
SA 536 Boston Center, hello, I'm just going to close shortly so you can just continue with Unicom 122.8.
Okay, over to Unicom on 122.8. Thanks a lot, see you.
Alright, let's start slowing down. And I'm going to switch to the taxi map for Boston. 22 left, we're probably going to go runway length till at least Foxtrot, and then turn Foxtrot to Bravo to the general aviation ramp. Let's go ahead and go full idle. And we're going to drop the gear. Go. Alright, we're slowing down. Give me flaps 1, please. Nope, this is stock Boston. Get ready for default scenery. Let me not slow down that much. I think like 155 should be fine.
Yeah, at 1847.
Go ahead.
Just landed in LSGG.
1847, if able, could we get a turn for the downwind?
Yeah, so 1847, turn right heading 250, sorry, turn right heading 190, and instead of maintain 3,000 to the localize.
PFD wind, give me option 2, please.
Alright, we'll turn right heading 190, descend maintain 3,000 for the localizer, United 1847.
Boston Center, Aero 281, November Delta ready for takeoff at Lebanon, runway 25, departure to the south-southwest.
Let's hear it, 1 November Delta, close departure, approved, runway 25, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff, runway 25, Aero 281, November Delta.
0532 Zulu, runway 22 left, clear land.
Clear land 22 left, Embraer 32 Zulu. I was about to ask.
November 454 Echo, report on flight cancellation of the air on the ground or missed approach on this frequency change to other frequencies approved.
Okay, going over Unicom, I will be doing the missed approach as per the wing's instructions, so I'll call you when we're back on back off the approach. Going over Unicom. 54 Echo.
Gotcha.
Let's go, plane. Let's go. Woo. Frame rate is tanking. I don't understand why my frame rate gets so bad at Boston. But I guess
Redwood
it's just
332, I'm
because
going to
of
close shortly, you can continue with advisory on 122.8, have a good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, 741 CMP, you can continue with advisory on 122.8, good evening.
Morning, Tom, thanks.
And here we go. No frame rate detector. No frame landing rate detector. Oh, buttered the bread. Brakes.
Navy First Safety, you're leaving my space as the Cleveland or flying radar services 78 Phoenix change first, good day.
Good day, 5-0.
American 4291, you're leaving my space, Montreal Central flying radar service 78 Phoenix change approved, have a good evening.
Over to Unicom 122.8, thanks for the awesome service. American 4291, good day.
No worries, good day. WestJet 720, I'm sorry, yeah, your frequency change approved, have a good evening.
Center Safina 37 Lima, holding short 22 right, ready for departure.
We're 378 Lima, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
22 right, clear for takeoff, 37 Lima.
Boston Center, Embraer 32 Zulu, cleared runway 22 left at Foxtrot. Looking to taxi to general aviation ramp.
Take 532 Zulu, welcome. Hold short runway 22 right at Foxtrot, just traffic center depart.
Holding short 22 right at Foxtrot, Embraer 32 Zulu.
United 1847 is position over Wayne, cleared ILS runway 22 left approach.
Clear the ILS 22 left, United 1847.
Oh my word. This is VATSIM traffic. This is not whatchamacallit, AI models. Wow. I'm sorry, what? There shouldn't be AI traffic here at all. Stand by, folks. Wait a minute, what? Never mind. Okay, alright. Let's try that again. I thought there was a bunch of traffic. Clearly I was wrong.
United 1847, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Clear on 22 left, 1847.
Genuinely thought I took
Boston Center Safina 37 Lima, passing 900 for 6,000.
We're 6532 Zulu, cross runway 22 right, and kind of ground point 9.
Crossing to the right at Foxtrot, going to ground point 9er, 32 Zulu. Thanks for the ATC, we'll see ya.
And sorry, the echo calling before, say again?
15 November 37 Lima, passing 1,400 for 6,000.
378 Lima, radar contact climb. I'm going to close shortly, so you can just continue with advisor 122.8 today.
Can you say again, 37 Lima?
I'm going to close shortly, you can continue with advisor on 122.8 today.
122.8, 37 Lima.
Hey, that's great, Pavlin. Dude, you make nice content. I wish you had 100 likes. I wish you had 1,000 likes. Alright, we've crossed. Let's go over to point 9er for ground. Ground point 9er, Embraer, November 6532 Zulu. We have just crossed 22 right. We'd like to go to the general aviation ramp, please.
November 6532 Zulu, Boston ground, taxi to ramp via Bravo.
Ramp via Bravo, Embraer 32 Zulu. You guys are busy today. Okay, this is Bravo. Let's go to Bravo. Turn right. Yeah, folks, seriously, if you haven't done so, please visit my friend Pavlin's page on Twitch. There should be a link there to Pavlin's YouTube page, so you can see Pavlin's YouTube content. Unapologetically P3D flight footage, which I enjoy massively. There have been some landing and departure videos, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, somebody's coming in. Ooh, are they flying a Airbus? Airbus? No, it's a Boeing. It's a Boeing. Over there. There we go, and down. Yeah, that was a very busy arrival. Oh, thank you, Pavlin. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Look forward to seeing the video when you put it out. Okay, so essentially, we are going to taxi up north past the terminals to Bravo parking. Not Bravo parking, the GA terminal, but basically Bravo leads you to the GA ramp. Essentially, when you're running out of taxi, that's where you are. North Cargo is also there as well, but it's not something I'm considering because I'm not flying a cargo jet. Alright, so flight director can come off, yard director can come off, and that's it. That is it. We have landed, folks. It took us, what, 40 minutes? Yeah, I need to watch some more of your videos, Pavlin. Just saying. It's nice. Default Boston with GSX level 2 jetways. And the GA ramp is right around here. Also, taxi line, because not paying attention. It's kind of hard to see the plane right now because it's so dark. Maybe I'll pick a more vibrant livery next time, who knows. On Geneva. Nice. Congrats, my friend. Yeah. GG's in chat for TBNR. Yeah, not really sure why my frame rate's as low as it is, but that's fine. We have arrived safely at the GA ramp. I'm just gonna pick a spot to park in and just call it a day. Okay, and since I can't see anything, I'm just gonna pick a random spot to park in, like here, and that's it. Parking brake set. Engines are about to be toast in 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and grab a GPU. GPU's in use. And what can we do? We can turn the courtesy light on. Courtesy light is on now. And what can we do? We can turn the ignition switches to off. Turn fuel pumps to off. So let's see. Landing light, taxi light, strobe, nav, beacon, fuel pumps off, pitot heats off, and panel. Window heats can come off, and AOA's back to off, hydraulic pumps back to off, seatbelt signs can come off totally, and pressure bleed is off. We are depressurizing, and that will do it. That will do it. All right, so let me disconnect from VATSIM. And you want to know what? I feel like I could potentially do a replay in the sim if I know what to look for. I think it's options. I thought, oh, analysis, instant replay. Let's go back about 600 seconds. Yeah, here we go. Here we are. This is Oryx Open Land Class North America, and this is default Boston. We came in at a very busy time of day into Boston. We are off of VATSIM, of course, and if you go into instant replay and VATSIM and text it automatically logs you off the system anyway. So, we had a very active, pretty cool landing at 22 left today, and even though the flight got really busy really quickly and kind of hectic, I liked it. Looks like the moon's fully out. And here we are. Just past the touchdown point, and I have a GPU following me around. That's because I have it, but that's okay. Not bad. Not bad. I'm happy with that. I mean, I was going a bit too fast for my configuration, but that's all right. And That's it. Folks, we're on the ground. Let me go ahead and actually turn off P3D. I enjoy flying it. I think I get much better frame rate when I'm not flying into a place like Boston or in and out of Philadelphia. But unfortunately, that's what you get when you have to deal with when you have to deal with the I guess the old rendering engine. So it's all right. I'm not mad. I think I'm gonna actually boot up X-Plane 12 now and try a quick experiment. I'm gonna see if we can do a flight in the Tolis A319. I don't know if I'm gonna fly it all the way up to Quebec City. I might do a flight to Montreal instead because I know the airport's there. I don't know. Actually, no. I think the latest beta for X-Plane 12 is 8, is the one I'm currently using. So why is my X-Plane game capture not working? Is it because it's a different game capture? That's weird. All right. Standby 1. Let me add a source. Let's add a game capture. Oh no, wait. Was it a game capture or a window capture? I thought it was a window capture. I still don't know why I got rid of the X-Plane 12 thing, or I never had one. Hold on. Let's do a window capture, and let's add a source. It's going to be a game window capture, and let's move this down underneath the overlay, and we're going to look for our source. Standby. It should be... I'm sorry. Why aren't you showing me X-Plane? Oh, because it hasn't actually finished loading. Oh, that might explain why. Okay, so it is on, but it's not showing me anything. Let's go ahead and make sure we have it properly selected. No, that's still weird. All right, hold on, chat. All right, we have X-Plane game capture. Let's see what I can do. So, no, I can't seem to find the window. This is a little disconcerting. All right, I'm going to try one more time. The window should be available. Screen capture. No, I want either this. I want either window capture or game capture. I'm going to try game capture. I'm going to try it again. Add a new source instead. And we're going to call it XP12 game capture. Add the source. Looking for a game. Capture any full screen application? No. Capture specific window. Oh, of course I need to turn off VATSPY because I'm not using VATSIM for anything else. And I could care if I even use any other planning. Yeah, folks, something's going on. I can't seem to capture X-Plane. I might not be able to use it, but hold on. Is it a game? Is it a game capture or is it a window capture? All right, I'm gonna get rid of the one I created. I'm gonna try one more time, and then I'm gonna figure out what else we're gonna do. Just one more time. Don't want to spend too much time trying to configure this. Window capture instead. Let's try XP12 window capture, which is supposed to be, I think, a little easier on the resources. I could be wrong. There we are. Capture method is automatic. And that's it. Actually, which one is on? It's this one. Okay. So we'll bring it back down, and that's it. All right, so I do have X-Plane 11 and I have X-Plane 12 installed. So I want to keep, I have both of them currently installed on my computer. I'm probably going to keep it that way. And we're going to play with X-Plane 12 today. So, new flight. I haven't flown a 757 yet. I'm not going to do it this stream. Way too complicated. I've flown the default 737. I haven't gotten the Zebo for it yet. I'm not even sure if it's compatible. I am going to be using a default pushback. I haven't installed better pushback yet. And I think I'm going to fly. Do I have an Air Canada flight livery for this? I do not. We're going to fly the American livery for the A319, and we're going to take off from ABOS. I haven't installed Mr. X Boston yet, so forgive me if it's default, because it is. But we're going to start at Bravo 15, and we're going to do a really fast flight to... This is real weather. We're going to do a really fast flight, I think, to Quebec City. Let's go ahead and track real world time, and we'll start the flight. I would like to calibrate that now. Oh, I see. Okay. Tell you what, I don't need this anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it. Let me go ahead and get rid of it for now. I might use it in X-Plane 12. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm also not going to worry about my flight switch panel, my SciTech flight switch panel. So we're going to go ahead and remove this one too, which was up here. And that's it. We should have both those things available. Now we can go ahead and start the flight. Okay, so it's about 5:23 in the evening here, East Coast time. We're going to do a flight with the TOLUS up to, I think, Quebec City, because I have not flown to Quebec City yet. I have flown to Montreal. So let's go ahead and do a really fast flight. It shouldn't take me long to queue everything up. And you might forgive me if I do not use the Avichat chart map, just to keep things moving along really fast. So we're departing out of Boston, and we're going to go to CYQB, I believe. Montreal is our alternate, and we're flying the A319. Registration is November 9002 uniform. I believe it is... What is it? Is it 02 uniform for the FIN number? It could be. Flight time's an hour and a half. Hopefully it won't take that long for me. Passengers, we will take 100 passengers. It's just going to be a nice chill flight, and we'll have extra fuel on board because this is a DIGI driver flight. I do tanker fuel often, commonly, and we're going to fly. Oh, no. We're not taking any out of the way. Exactly. That's a lot better. Flying the Highland 6 departure to the Omvar 1 arrival into Quebec. This is really, really fast. Really, really fast. Ooh, but that frame rate though. Oof. Wow. Yeah. P3D. You might need to take notes. All right. We will connect the jetway. Oh, look at that. A default jetway that hooks up to my airplane. So nice. So nice. It doesn't do the whole brrr on the airplane thing, but that's close enough for me. Matter of fact, this is screenshot worthy right here. And I have taken a screenshot. So, oh, I do have my Avitab working. But I might keep it off. I don't necessarily care right now. We'll do batteries 1 and 2, external power. And we will get the heading display for the ADIRS, ADIRS. Lights look good. And that's it. Nav to on, crew power supply, oxygen supply, rather. And we will do what we need to do. Nav logo position 1, we will do seatbelt signs and no smoking signs or electronic equipment on. Emergency exit lighting is now armed. Dome lights to bright, standby compass light to auto, and we will take the integrated lighting above to the max. Integrated lighting downstairs as well. We're going to reduce the floodlights pretty much to almost nothing. And we'll take 2257 for our squawk code. This is completely and purely offline. We're probably not going to see anybody. And I think we are good at this point. Let's start turning on some brightness for the displays. And we'll turn the weather up on just in case we see any weather. Sorry about that. I keep moving my thing around like it's actually gonna keep swapping between positions. It's me getting stuck on using Chaseplane. We're going to turn up the brightness on all our screens, and hopefully by the time this is finished aligning, we're ready to go. I might even hit the instant align button, but we'll see. Okay, so far, so good. Let's go here, and let's start putting our flight plan in. So, init request, let's go ahead and start putting things in. KBOS to CYQB. We're going to be American 197. And let's take a look at what the... oh, I haven't generated the flight plan yet. That's fine. Let's see what the cost index will be for tonight's flight. Don't get me wrong. I'm most likely going to continue holding on to P3D for quite some time. I do notice quite a difference in terms of the way my computer's resources are taxed with using P3D versus the newer sims, but it's nostalgia. It's something that I'm going to continue using. Period. Okay, cost index of 7 for today, and we will align the IRS. For our fuel, it's going to ask that we take 12.2 thousand kgs. And let's go ahead and look at the fuel page. Weight and balance, we want 12.2, and we're taking 100 passengers. And what are we taking for cargo? We're taking 2,500 pounds. So it's literally not that much. So let's see. Takeoff performance is coming soon. That's fine. That's fine. So what is my zero fuel weight and config? Let's go to ISCS and find out. Oh, also, while we're doing that, let's get some air conditioning on. Please. Okay. Loading performance. 100. Come on. Come on. There we go. 100 passengers. 2,500 kgs of cargo. This is a really quick flight. Apply these settings. That gives me a zero fuel weight at 53.3 at 28.5%. 28.5. There we go. And with 12.2 for the fuel, does it show me how much I need? It might be taking a while. I'm not worried about it. We'll be cruising at 340. Nice. 340 for the flight, and now let's go to the flight plan. Boston, we will be departing on what runway? We are taking runway 22 right, interestingly enough. We're taking 22 right on the Highland 6 departure. No transition. Done. After the departure, we're going to go direct to Squam and Cab C. Squam and Cab C. And then we're going to go to Quebec, and we're going to be arriving on the Omvar 1 arrival. We will be taking runway 6. Runway 6 is an ILS, and Omvar 1. Omvar 1 and no VIA, we'll go straight in. And we're going to be going in through Gubid transition. And that's it. So, flight plan. We take off on the Highland 6. We get to Cap C, and then we go to Gubit for the arrival into Quebec City. And then we do vectors to Cavat for the arrival into runway 6. If we go missed, we climb 4,000 and hold at Bravo Victor. For performance, we're going to be using flaps 2, active flight plan, and that's going to give us 130 for V1, 134 for our rotation speed, not 1345. That's a fast plane. And 136 for V2. Flaps, we're going to do 2 with an up of 0.1. Excuse me. Up 0.1. And we're flexing a temp of 68 degrees. No. Oh, that's why. I'm paused. Whoops. Flex temp is 68. And transition is 18,000 feet. Here we go, folks. So that's done. That's taken care of. And that is my flight plan done. We'll take 12,200 and we'll refuel. And that is it. I'm okay. I'm not going to worry about maps. If I am, I'm going to use my browser to do that. So it's going to be done offline. And let me think. Do I have SimLink? I do not have SimLink installed. That's fine. I'll just have the flight and refer to it as I go. By the way, folks, thanks for sticking around for my second flight today. Earlier, we did a flight in P3D from Block Island to Boston. Had a lot of ATC. I'm glad that we did that. At Boston, we're going to be departing, I think it's gate Bravo 15, and we're going to be taking off runway 22 right, which means I will be going out Echo to Bravo, Bravo to November, crossing 15 right and 15 left, and taking it all the way to the end of 22 right for a full-length departure. So, we're still going through our IRS alignment, but we're going to go ahead and turn on the fuel pumps anyway. By the way, folks, if it doesn't sound loud enough or if it's too loud, let me know. Nav and logo lights to position 2, and we're going to turn the beacon light on. Before we do anything, I'm going to go ahead and actually double check my systems. So, those doors should be closing shortly. Fuel is set and balanced. We have green hydraulic circles in the green. We are hooked up to ground power at the moment. APU should be coming on when I turn it on. We're at 240 feet and really? 240? No. We might be getting pressurized to 240. But let's see, engines are off, APU still offline. Cabin temps. Let's go ahead and keep them nice and cold. A cold cabin is a compliant cabin. And there we go. Doors are closed. Slides are going to get armed shortly. Good brake temps, good tire pressures, and hydraulics will be checked shortly. Status is normal to the line. Let me check my temperatures. So that's a little too cold, actually. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay with that. So, that's fine. Let's go ahead and turn that off. And flight plan on this side, performance on this side. That is the way this is. And, okay. Dome lights to dim. Get the APU master on. Wait about 3 or 4 seconds and turn on the rest of it. Let's go. Now. Oh, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and do a few fire tests. APU fire test passes. Engine 1. APU again. And engine 2. Okay, there we go. So, anything else that I'm missing? APU should be coming online now. %. Okay, APU's online. How's my volume? It seems a little quiet. No, it actually should be good. I'll increase the volume of my headset to match. And, oh, I know why. Because my, my in-game volume is low. It's okay. Let me actually check my volume. Sound? We'll turn the master volume up a bit. That's a little bit better. For the Highland 6 departure, the max altitude is 5,000. 5,000 set. And what is the current altimeter? I'm going to cheat a bit, use that spot. And what do we have? Come on. Give me METAR, please. It is 3020. 3020. Temperature is, what was it? 223? There we go. Done. And are we available for APU? We are. APU is available. External power is now off. And now I should be able to ask the default pushback machine to get me where I need to go. A straight pushback should be fine. So let's see how far back it pushes me, and then we will go ahead and do the things. I'm going to go ahead and toggle the jetway attachment. And also, I think my door should already be closed. It is. Oh, so it's 002. Don't mind my bad-tailed number reference. It's okay. Yeah, all the doors are closed, checked, seen twice. Let's go ahead and call it pushback. Oh, wait, no. Pushback straight.
Boston ground. Charlie Golf Tango Lima Sierra. Request pushback straight back.
Charlie Golf Tango Lima Sierra. Stand by. Pushback tractor is on the way.
Okay, so ground handling is what it is. Let's go ahead and turn the parking brake off, and we will get this set for TARA right now. Turn the radar off. Where is my pushback buddy? Is that them? No, that they're carrying something. That's interesting. We should be set to go now. I'm using the in-game pushback machine. Is that them? Now that is interesting. If they're coming from a specific location in the airport, does that mean each default airport has a spot for the default pushback machine? That could actually be really cool. Is that them? I don't know. No, I guess not. No, wait. I think it is. It's actually trying to make its way around the ramp. That's pretty neat. It's probably still going to go through stuff, and that's okay. But the fact that they paid attention to detail on that kind of makes me smile. Dun 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 dun. Yeah.
Commencing pushback. Release parking brake.
Oh, well, before we do that, let me get rid of the chocks. Chocks are off, power's off, HPA is off. Huh, they were waiting. Okay, block timer. Ignition mode start. Engine 2. Yeah, man, the default pushback does not mess around. We do have motion on N2 and N1.
Disconnect. Pushback completed.
Thank you. That was pretty quick. That's not bad. That really is not bad. GPS primary is available, which is good, because we could have been in a bad position if we didn't have it and we pushed back. But like I said, I'm not messing around. Let's do engine 1. Flaps to 2. There we go. That click reminds me the generators are now taken over, which means pack can go back to normal flow. The APU bleed can come off, and the APU master switch can come off. The APU should go away shortly. Taxi light for the nose is on. We'll drop the landing gear lights into place and turn the strobe light to auto, and that should take care of us. Downstairs, we'll put ignition back to mode normal. We're already on TARA. We'll have weather and turbulence. We'll pick system 2, PWS to auto, and GCS to auto. And we will do a quick flight controls check before we get out of here. So here we go. Full left, full right, full left again, full right again, full forward, full back, full left rudder release, full right rudder release, speed brakes deploy, and speed brakes retract. That's it. Flight controls check, free, and they are available. On the ground spoilers again, and away we go, folks, off to Quebec City. All right, folks, welcome aboard Flight 197 from Boston to Quebec City. This wonderful TOTOS A39 team will get us there, hopefully in a little bit less than an hour and 15 minutes if I give it the goods. So that's what I intend to do today. We don't have that much to do in terms of taxi. We're going to do, I think, max auto brake and... All right. Thanks for stopping by, Pavlin. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for those 10 bits. And folks, again, please, if you haven't done so, do me a favor and visit Pavlin's page on Twitch to find a YouTube page for additional content. Thanks for the 10 bits, Pavlin. Have a great night. God bless you. And Ghosty251 coming in with a party of 4. Hello.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome aboard. I do believe I've seen that name before. And thanks for the follow. Let's see.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
No, go back in the taxiway. That's better. Welcome. Welcome back, Ghost Miner. Great to see you. And thanks for the follows, folks.
How are you? I'm doing good.
You have joined me for a very quick X-Plane 12 flight from Boston to Quebec City. We're leaving default Boston behind, and I gotta say the default Boston in X-Plane looks amazing. It looks better than the default Boston in P3D. I'll say that right away. That's kind of interesting that it unfollowed you from the channel, but that's okay. Welcome back. Glad to have you. We are in X-Plane 12. This is a dusk flight with night service to Quebec City. If you folks want me to, I can always turn the clock back a little bit so we have a little bit more daylight, but I kind of like night flights now a little bit more than I used to in X-Plane 12, because when you get to the destination airport, the airports look nicer. The default airports look nicer. You're sailing a ship right now. You want to know what? I'm going to do this. I want some more daylight, so I'm actually going to go ahead and scale the time back. We will do this. That should be fine. Actually, you know what? Even a little bit further back than that, because I want more daytime so I can see what the foliage looks like. I was going to do a night flight, but I'm like, you know what? I want to see some trees. I want to see some more fall foliage. All right, cabin and crew, please take your seats. Turn off lights. And strobe to full. There we go, making a turn. Okay, no worries. I waited for a while to get X-Plane 12. It came out, I think, in like September. I think I only wound up getting it like mid-October, late October. For multiple reasons. I mean, money was certainly a thing, but also because I wasn't sure about it for a while, and then I started seeing a lot of people. start to talk about it, see airports released for it. People reporting pay-wear aircrafts to it, like this one. And yeah, they've been at work. Is X-Plane 12 MSFS? No, it is not. It's almost a little unfair to put them in comparison, but at the same time, they are both flight simulators, so people are going to compare them. The difference is, with X-Plane 12, this is a unashamedly early access release. There are bugs, there are issues that still need to be worked out, but with each beta release, my hope is that they get better. Oh, of course, I want to do a little bit of trim. A teensy bit of trim. And we will turn on the landing lights. Turn off the nose taxi. Turn off the what was I going to say? Turn off the runway turn-off lights, and do a takeoff config. Takeoff config is normal. We're good. Nobody's coming in. Let's go ahead and turn on the chronos. There we are. All right, folks, here we go. Service to Montreal. Oh, yeah, I apologize for the verification. Unfortunately, there are some things that brought that to pass, so there's a reason why I did that. Okay, folks, here we go. We are on runway 22 right for departure to Quebec City. All right, stand by. Stand by. There we go. Parking brake release. Goes up to about 50% and 1. And here we go. Manflex SRS. Auto thrust is blue. Actually, the auto thrust is green. 90 knots. V1 and rotate. Here we go. Alright, folks, positive rate of climb. We're going gear up. Flaps to 1. Following the climb out manually. Thrust climb and autopilot. And with nobody else to contend with, we're going to go ahead and actually go up to 34,000 feet already. 340 managed. That's it. And that should be all I need right now. And there we go. All right, let's turn the, let's see, nose light. Well, I already turned off the nose light, but I didn't turn on my probe heat. I got that now. Anything else I missed? I don't think so. Yeah, we're good. I can also disable ground spoilers. And that's it. There we go. Ooh, look at that fall foliage right there. All right, make you some food. And there we are. There's the airport in the distance, and we are on our way to Quebec City. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful view. As we start to dance with clouds. Actually, that's great. Superb, even. It ain't perfect, but it'll do. Alright, so we're in the Highland 5. I'm sorry, Highland. I said 5. I was about to say Highland 5. I meant to say Highland 6 departure. We've got a little bit of activity in the clouds, but nothing hitting the ground, so I'm going to go ahead and say disregard for weather. And getting rid of the flaps would be a very good idea right about now. So flaps are fully retracted. Let's go ahead and just do an after takeoff checklist. Landing gear is up. Flaps are now fully retracted. Ignition mode switches mode normal. The ground spoilers are disarmed. And the landing lights are on through 10,000 feet. Strobe lights are on, turn off lights are off, nose lights off. Wing lights for now.
Brace yourself.
And that's it. Eric Flight with a party of 3. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Welcome, Raiders. Eric, I hope you have I hope you had a very good stream today. I was thinking about you earlier. We are continuing, or will be continuing, the Kilo Papa Yankee Mike Plymouth Municipal Airport project this week. As some of you might remember, I think it was last weekend, I tried to do a speed run of an airport. Failed. But I also started a very nice project for a very nice individual. Please go follow Eric Flight if you have not already done so. Eric Flight puts out general aviation content and generally does strive to give you some info and some interesting stories as well. So welcome aboard, friend. The Bonanza from Plymouth to Kilo Golf Foxtrot Lima and back to Plymouth. There we go. Folks, apologies in advance for any issues that you see with graphical glitches. Unfortunately, it is the way things are at the moment. So, as much as we can try to, I guess, put up with them, we will. but it is what it is right now. I think what happens is these flashes happen when you transition to a particular altitude, which reminds me I need to turn off my landing lights. So, landing lights are off and retracted. That means all the lights are off, except for strobe and wing lights. And that's it. But yeah, we did an earlier flight, Eric. We also flew from Block Island to Boston, and I'm not gonna lie, I think that's the busiest that I've actually felt in Boston's airspace this side of this February when I flew from Philadelphia to Boston in a 787, and the snow was falling and there was a lot of traffic, and I actually had to go around. I had to go mist before I even landed. Well, that's what happens when you don't land, you go mist. But sometimes you have to do a mist approach if you land too hard. But what I'm saying is, the ILS approach got so hairy that they actually vectored me to the back of the line so I could try again. But yeah, that is what happened. Ballard's Beach Club. Nice. Very nice. I could see myself having a private pilot's license and eventually, getting a $200 hamburger at some point with the missus. If you folks don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that once I'm established and once we get our pressure standardized to cruise, I'm gonna step away for a few moments just to make sure Mrs. DIGI is fine. We will eventually prep dinner. And I am looking forward to this evening because, number one, I will be chilling out, doing some scenery dev, and watching one of my favorite events of the entire year. I'm going to be watching people doing charity flights for World Flight this year, and around the world, basically extravaganza, flying from Australia and then back to Australia to raise money for various organizations. These folks sometimes do 24-hour-a-day flights with different teams, and essentially what happens is they eventually make their way from Australia and then back to Australia, which is fantastic. Okay, here we are. We have now crossed into the flight levels, so we're about to hit flight level 190. I can go back to standard pressure, and the lights are turned off. And the flight attendants can get their service in. Nice. If I am in the Boston area, friend, I will let you know. I will take you up on that. Meanwhile, look at this beautiful sky. We are flying to Quebec City in Quebec, Canada. This is default atmospheric effects, clouds, and default scenery. We saw some foliage on the way out. And what? Let me see. Can I see any trees? Oh, I still can. You can see how the algorithm actually still has some other colors popping up, but I think most of these are like shades of brown, and these are like different colors. There's probably some green still down there, but eventually I think it's all going to go brown, and it's just going to go either clear or just, just be done. Gotta say, with each update, I feel like they're getting their visuals better and better. Alright, let's take a look at the flight plan and see how we do. Interesting. I think this is actually terrain radar. I think. Oh no, that's terrain radar. I guess the other thing is they're measuring clouds instead of precip, which is kind of cool, but I'll keep it terrain radar for now. 160, so we've got basically the better part of 30, 40 minutes before we have to start getting into position. Let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the flight plan because I want to see what it calculates for our arrival. Let's get rid of the discontinuity here. And there should be a manual and a discontinuity for the ILS. And we will insert as is. So, back to flight plan mode. And close this window, go back up to the top, and do the same thing. Okay, so we've got about maybe 45 minutes to an hour worth of flight time. Wait, DIGI in an Airbus? Must be a mirage. No. Your eyes are not deceiving you, friend. I am in a TOLIS A319. I do like me some Airbus. It's just that the PMDG 737, man, that was such a rip. When I got the 736, I flew it a lot. And I'm still going to keep flying it, don't get me wrong. That's on MSFS. This is X-Plane. I also want to fly the 757 probably this week, so we'll see what happens. Whether I fly it for any world flight legs remains to be seen. But that's fine. Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. And that's default scenery. I haven't even put ortho back in this thing yet. I don't feel, strangely enough, I do not feel compelled to create ortho scenery right now. I mean, number one, it is time consuming, but number two, I haven't looked at the plane. I haven't looked at the airports and the scenery like, ugh. Like, yes, Manhattan does not look like Manhattan's supposed to look per se, but I can probably reinstall the Project Manhattan scenery add-on I had from X-Plane 11 and be fine. So, it raises an interesting question. Can a sim become good enough to make you feel pleased on some level with its default scenery? MSFS clearly answered that question, but they streamed their ortho. I don't know. X-Plane 12 is a new adventure. I'm happy to be here. You took off 30 minutes ago from Punta Delegada in the Azores and to Bordeaux. You're 120 nautical miles from Portugal. So let's see, you're flying to Bordeaux, so that's okay. Okay, you still got a while to go. That's pretty cool. Folks, stand by for me. I'm going to go ahead and stretch my legs again. Take a look, see what's going on. Just make sure Mrs. Teach is taken care of. And yeah, like I said, it's probably going to be another hour, and then we're going to be done for tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow. I might be. We'll see. So sit tight, folks. Be back as soon as I can. Well, folks, I am back. I took a while, stretched my legs, took out some trash, put some stuff in the hamper, put some things away, took a look at the decorations that my wife put out. Yes, I said decorations, and yes, we are already decorated for Christmas. We decorate like weeks in advance, actually months. So we're set. We were ready for this like in October. And let's see how far we are on our flight. Okay, so we're actually going to be coming up on our top of drop at about 40 nautical miles. So my system should be telling me enter destination data, which I'm going to do right now. What? There we go. Approach. Approach info for ISCS is as follows. Oh, we have the destination METAR. So I got to go on VATSPY and crypt some data. All right, altimeter is 299.7. Temperature is 18, dew point's 12. So it's not very hot. Winds are 250 at 5. And we're going to do decision height of 200 for now. And we will land flaps full, since we often choose to do a flap. What am I going to say? We often choose a flap 3 arrival. We're going to do ILS 6, and we're going to take a look at the approach because I want to see what the final altitude is going to be for our entry. 3,500 feet. And 26 nautical miles till top of descent, so we just made it. Phew! All right, wonderful. To those of you that stuck around, thank you for sticking around. Appreciate having you on board. We are in X-Plane 12 today, and I gotta say, default volumetric clouds, they're not perfect, but they get the job done. Sunset is just looking nice. Atmospheric effects do need maybe just a touch of work, but honestly, again, early access sim with all these things that they're going to do or doing right now, I'm happy. I'm happy. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but I'm happy. All right. What do we have even? How close are we to top of drop? We are 20 nautical miles away. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Do I want to do... Oh, right, Burlington for some reason needs to be fixed. But I haven't put any scenery down for it, so I might want to get an updated replacement airport for Burlington in Vermont. Gethrick, hello my friend, welcome. You're looking at an early access version of X-Plane 12. X-Plane 12 does not have the same streaming scenery, same streaming ortho as MSFS, and its clouds are, I guess, being worked on. So, welcome my friend, welcome. XP12. You know, I eventually said I want it, I got it. And all things considered, it ain't bad. It really is not bad for me. Everybody's experience is different. So if you don't like X-Plane 12, that's fine. That's your decision, your opinion. Everybody's entitled to have one. Have it. If you don't like it, if you think it sucks, great. How do you do, Judy Fruity? Nice greeting, friend. Glad to have you. We are doing some flights today because, yes, DIGI Driver still flies fake planes in simulators. Believe it or not. Okay, 7 miles to top of drop. Let's go ahead and start our descent now. Go managed. and you'll see the tennis ball come into view as we begin to descend. I usually descend ahead of time so that I can meet this instead of chasing it incredibly quickly. Then it's less of a drop. Less of a drop. Okay, we're keeping the airspeed at a certain velocity. Once we start descending even more, as that tennis ball gets to the middle of the tape here, this will increase, and hopefully we won't be very quick, but we've already notified the cabin in our own pretend way, and we actually never turned off a fasten seatbelt sign, and that's okay because it was a relatively fast flight anyway. But all the same, we are on the way down to Quebec City. Welcome to your Saturday, folks, or in this case, if some of you are overseas, your Sunday. We are on approach or beginning our arrival into Quebec City in Quebec, and I have flown to places. I've flown out of and into places like Buffalo, Montreal, let's see where else, Philadelphia, and the default airports in this game put the default airports in most other simulators to shame. Well, okay, let me retract that. Maybe not to shame, but they look way better. Way better. I mean, it's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. You're welcome to have your own, but definitely better. Also, earlier today, woke up, got around the house, and Mrs. DIGI and I did a lot of work outside. I pulled a lot of weeds up from the front yard, and then we cleaned up. We cleaned up the front porch. We got rid of a bunch of stuff, and we set up new decorations outside. And yeah, ripped through the day, it seems, but it is what it is. We have, what is this? What is my view? It's 40. Okay, we're going to decel again in about 70-ish nautical miles. We're just descending between 2,000 and maybe 2,200 feet per minute. Not doing too bad. Once I am done, we're probably going to raid one of the folks that's doing World Flight. So let me start looking at channels right now, as a matter of fact. Alright, let's take a look at channels right now. My channel should pop up and hopefully it'll stay muted. Good. Let's see. 757 Spies flying right now, so is Kenko, but I'm looking for folks that are doing World Flight. Velocity World Flight is on, and I want to see if SimFest UK is on. I don't see SimFest UK on right now. JSnap is on, NerdPark is on. Huh. Well, okay. More folks are probably going to actually jump on the World Flight bus in a bit, so is what it is. Is what it is. That's fine. He's okay. He's okay. What's my altitude right now? Flight level 250 and dropping. Are we going through clouds right now? We are. Wow. It's getting golden outside, folks. It's getting golden. Very nice. Screenshot. Yeah, like, this is default land class data from X-Plane 12. And yes, it's not ortho. Yes, it's not custom. But in a sense, it is custom because it is data that's mapped into the sim and made to look like the areas. It's not exact or precise, but I mean, I don't live in the area, so I don't have any visual cues to remind me. I haven't used ortho since X-Plane 11, and again, this sim has its issues, clearly, but is what it is, and we'll just take it with a grain of salt for now. A big grain of salt, no doubt, but I'm hoping that this graphical glitch business gets resolved soon. Come on, descent. I think once we get to around 12,000 feet, this should probably go away. Also, if anybody from Laminar Research is watching, then by all means, feel free to use this as a baseline for a typical use scenario for anybody right now that's using X-Plane 12 with a pay-aware aircraft and default scenery, and probably close to nominal settings. Certain altitudes seem to bring out the bug of the flashiness, so... Alright, I'm going to take a look at the airplane from the outside. It's going to get loud. 5 minutes or so. All things considered, this is not bad. Looks absolutely wonderful, and we are now approximately 25 minutes away from our destination. Maybe even less. Maybe even less. So, let's review the approach info. Did the weather change in Montreal? Let me go ahead and select it again. Not Montreal, in Quebec. Quebec. Weather is winds at 210 at 3. 210 at 3. So, at 3, visibility 3.15 statute miles. That's not going to make for that much of a tailwind, so I'm okay. Altimeter is 299 or 8. Let's adjust. Let's adjust. And temp is still 18. Okay, so that's fine. That's all right. That's not all right, but it's okay. Let's go back to standard pressure. Local pressure, and we'll do 299 or 8 for our altimeter. There we go. Follow the green ball down. It's a thing. I'm not gonna lie. This gets old fast, but I'm looking forward to them resolving that graphic glitch. Okay, so I think we got past that zone of flashiness, as I like to call it, and we are local pressure. We are closing in on the airport, and the winds are giving us a nice boost of speed, 253 at 5.4 variable, and lots of clouds. So let me go ahead and review where we're going to land. We're taking the runway 06, No, actually, I'm sorry. What is this one that we're taking? Yeah, 06. And when we get to the airport, we are probably going to go almost full length to Alpha and then pull into one of the terminals. Probably gate 37 or 37 Alpha, and then that's it. Oh, there are paragliding activities in the region of Mont Stan, or however that's spelled or pronounced. IFR clearance, helicopter procedures, avoid overflying North Shore. Okay. So that's okay. That is fine. Let's go ahead and reduce that. Bam. A little bit of flashiness still, but not as bad as it was before. One thing I like about the Total C319 is that it handles, it does a lot of calculations for you in terms of things like keeping your speed or following a particular path down. The path is calculated so that you don't wind up making extremely strong dives. But I think you can wind up in really bad situations just like you can when you program the Zevo. So it's not a I don't think this plane is immune to bad descents. I just think there's a lot of calculation that's going on already. Alright, left 13,000 on our way down to our altitudes for approach to ILS 06. Welcome aboard, everybody, whether you're watching live or on the replay. I am DIGI Driver, and this second flight is actually in X-Plane 12. The first flight we did was in P3D. I forgot to change the product, so I think it was under Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I just wanted to get going really quickly. I'm glad I did, because this is a very quick flight. And we're coming into Quebec. We've got lots of cloud cover. It's actually a very nice night to be arriving into CYQB, and then we will go ahead and call it a stream and raid one of the World Flight Stream flights going on right now. We're flying the Tolis A319. This is a wonderful plane that I've had for a couple of years in X-Plane 11, which I paid about $10 to port to X-Plane 12. They had an update, basically an upgrade fee. Well worth the $10. I think, actually, yeah, I think it worked because I have a license for the original Solis A319 X-Plane 11, and I was able to buy the update for $10 for X-Plane 12. And I also have the Flight Factor 757, but I'm not going to be flying that on stream. Maybe not for a while yet, because I've got a bunch of projects on the front burner. I've got Plymouth Municipal Airport for MSFS. I'm also continuing to work on, or will get back to eventually working on, Kissimmee Gateway Airport for the same sim. And I have Whiskey 904, which is Camp Imperial Landing Strip Airport, which is available for MSFS as well on Sim Market. In case you're wondering, I am selling that legitimately. I do have my own, I have my company, so I'm making scenery now. We're crossing 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get those landing lights turned on. And I think that's all I got to do for now. I get my landing scales on so they're ready to go on both sides, along with constraints. And that's it. That is it. Newtail is coming up in about 11 nautical miles. We've got a little bit more to go, and then we turn a few times before turning right, crossing over the St. Lawrence River, I believe, and coming into Greater Quebec City, or the outskirts of Quebec City. whatever you'd like to call them. Our managed descent is hopefully respecting the restrictions on this approach. Got about 8 nautical miles before we get to that waypoint we're looking at right here. And that's it. The decel point here will hopefully have us get to 210 knots by the time we hit Usbur. And yeah, I'm glad I turned the clock back because this is a very nice sunset arrival. It reminds me of flights I would do with my family. What? Yes, we go back. Folks, if you forgot, because I forgot, I think for the very last time in the US, we roll our clocks back an hour tonight. So we get an extra hour of sleep. And then I guess we roll our clocks forward for the last time next spring, and then we just don't do it anymore. Which is weird. Really weird when I think about it, but whatever. I don't know why they can't keep things the same, sweetie. But, is what it is. And a beautiful, beautiful sunset as we continue our way down to about 5,000 feet. I don't think we're going to get to 3,500 feet yet because we have to cross one waypoint at 5,000, but we'll see. Lots of trees on the ground below. It's beautiful out there, wow. Temperature outside right now is, let's see, TAT is 16, SAT is 7. I don't see any, oh no, we have trade on. It's fake cloud cover. That's not set up just yet, but we don't see precip. And if we had ice conditions, it would probably tell us right here. So we are okay. Okay, approach checklist, let's take a look. We have ILS frequency set for India, Quebec, Bravo at 109.5, a 3-degree slope, and the course is 060. We are on our way to Dedgo and Usbur before we eventually get to Zudlu. And then Kavat basically begins the final approach where we need to be below 3,000 feet. We are locally locking our descent to 5,000 feet until we get past Dedgo, and then we'll probably continue down to 3,000 for Kavat. Actually, excuse me. We're going to stay at 3,500, but we're going to go to 3,000 for Kavat for our ILS approach. Not too shabby. We're going to get down to 210 knots, but I'm not going to activate the approach mode just yet. I want to stay at 210, I want to stay at clean speed, because once I start putting flaps and gear down, we start slowing down a lot, and it's going to take a lot longer to get to the airport. I would prefer to just kind of stay on schedule. Keep it moving. We are idle, but we're about to kick on the engines in just a few seconds. Yeah, you can tell. You can definitely tell, even though it's getting dark out. There's like shades of green, red, orange, yellow. And that's just with the sunset. It's with the sunset. It just looks... it looks interesting. Is it perfect? No. But it looks nice. The wing and the clouds are covering up what we just flew past, which is like a neighborhood. But it looks nice down there. Any traffic? Oh, I do see a couple cars. Do see a few. we're bringing it down, and I do see we have landing scales, we have diamonds in place. Glide slope is alive, and so is the localizer. We're going to be coming up on the ILS beam in just a bit. Folks, wherever you are, wherever you find yourselves tonight, thank you so much for stopping by my channel and saying hello. Or even if you did nothing but just lurked and took in the flight, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for visiting the page. I really do hope and pray that you are feeling well today, that you're well taken care of. If not, my prayer is that you feel a lot better soon. Decision time. I don't know if the weather is that bad, but the last time that I did a check of weather at Quebec, the METAR in VATSPY showed winds 210 at 3. So, I'm not sure if we have some locally strong winds or not. We're going to see what happens. We're turning to final. I'm going to go ahead and activate approach mode as well. And now we're going to go ahead and hit flaps 1. We're close enough to 210 clean speed that we start to slow down. Flaps 1, we're going to be going flaps full for the arrival today. Turning in over the St. Lawrence River, I do see the airport in sight already. And I think I'm going to go ahead and drop the gear early. So gears down. Hitting slat speed, let's go ahead and do flaps 2. Speed checks. Alright, 2600 and dropping. We are following the diamond down, and we're coming up on the localizer.
2,500.
We should be pretty close to landing in about 5 minutes. Actually, we should be done in 5 minutes. And flaps 3. It feels like we're way above the beam, but we're actually on point.
2,000.
Okay. Flight attendants, please take your seats. Oh, that's right. That's I just caught on. Okay. Flaps full. Spoilers armed. And that's it. Gear down, spoilers armed, flaps full, cabin's ready, and we are on the beam. Alright, a dusk arrival into Quebec City. Jean Lesage, I guess that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, I'm sorry. 1000 stable. And now we're bleeding speed off as we continue to work the glide. Ooh, is that a train? Yes, it is. Look at that. Very nice. Yes, it is. That's great. It looked like an Amtrak train.
$500.
500, my aircraft.
$400.
Winds are strong, disregard.
300.
100 above.
200.
Minimum.
Landing.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
There we go, and down. Reverse is alive. 60 knots. Manual braking. Brake fans are on. Welcome down to CYQB. Okay, and I think this is alpha, so our timing is superb. Okay, welcome down everybody. We'll get the APU started. And I'll get my taxi lights on. Runway turn-off lights as we exit the runway. APU started. And strobe can go back to auto. Wing lights can come off. And landing lights can go off. And now at this point I think we can retract them too. And there we go. Welcome down everybody. Welcome down indeed. These jetways don't look normal. They'll fix themselves, I think, once you what am I trying to say? They'll fix themselves once you, I guess, choose one. Okay, there we go. This is like gate 36, I think. Actually, no, I'm way past that. It's okay. It's okay. Like I said, fast flight. Okay, this should be good enough, I think, for now. And there we go. Speed brakes are retracted. And before we actually say goodnight, I'm going to go ahead and hit the replay and take a look at our landing. That was nice. That was literally about an hour and 20 minutes from gate to gate. And it was about a 55-minute flight, I want to say. Just a little bit off the center line, but not much. Take care, M7. Have a great night. We got pretty close to that tree, but we didn't touch it. At least I don't think we did. Not bad. I want to say like 150, 160. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. I feel like the trees are a bit too close to the airport. I do feel like those trees would need to be trimmed back to at least that road that you don't see, but you do. I'm kind of curious that they didn't actually get moved. Or maybe that's just the way the scenery works right now.
500.
Passenger view with the sun setting in the background. Yeah, I think those trees will probably go back to beyond the road. Like way beyond the road. Okay, maybe 210. But regardless, it was a nice landing. I think it was in a touchdown zone. Let me see. All right, let me see. Duck. Yeah, just past the, I think, 500-foot markers. Or whatever the tiny ones are called. But yeah, we got it down. All right, folks, thanks so much for tuning in today. Really appreciate having you on board. I think that's going to call it a stream for us today. Again, not 100% sure if there will be a stream tomorrow. There is a possibility there will be one, but I can't guarantee it right now. Probably yes. And if there is one, it won't be flying. It will probably be me working on scenery development for Plymouth or Kissimmee or another one of the airports that are out there. But again, everybody, thank you so much for stopping in, saying hello, lurking. Pavlin with the multiple bit cheers. That was hilarious. Really grateful for your support and for everybody saying hi. Again, glad to be here. Glad to be a part of the Twitch community. And I think we're gonna kick this week of World Flight off as no one else quite can in the biz. If we're talking about folks that are familiar in terms of Team World Flights, we're talking about SimFest UK. I'm going to go ahead and set up a raid right now, and we're going to go ahead and say hi to them. So, raid SimFest UK. Again, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate having you on board. Like I always like to say, if you want true peace, you need to know the Prince of Peace, and that is Jesus Christ. Take care, friends. Until next time, have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you. Bye.
8 AM on, cars correct.
80 Wi-Fi, isn't it? Is it 80 Wi-Fi?
It's close enough.
Yeah, I'll do.